That doesn't look like Minnesota.
It's because we're in Colorado, where we spend our off seasons. Callie and I have a house here in town, and it's in a neighborhood. What we'd ideally like is a hangar house on an airport somewhere. It's not going to happen here in the Arkansas Valley where we live. Trying to find a piece of property and something that will allow that is next to impossible. And if it does happen, it's millions of dollars, which we don't have. So there are 2 communities here in western Colorado that are in the mountains that are flying communities. You can have a house, hangar house, whatever you want, taxi out onto the runway. It's sweet. So we're driving a few hours west, and we're going to look at one of these communities today.
We're going to bring you along for the ride. It's also a very beautiful drive, so we're going to show you guys a little bit of central Colorado here.
What would make this video way cooler is if we were flying an airplane instead of driving a Volvo cross-country wagon.
Yeah, that would be a lot cooler.
But hey, welcome to our world.
We don't have an airplane. What's wrong with the car right now?
It's only working in 2-wheel drive at the moment. It's going to be interesting. And new tires for the car are sitting in the garage. We had to make one quick stop. Here's an interesting fact. We have found the last Starbucks in the entire country that is still serving pumpkin spice lattes. It's the middle of February.
Yeah.
And my mind was blown. I'd love to tell you where it is, but we're not doing that because that means that we'd have people coming from all over the country to this one Starbucks to get their PSL fix.
We made it to the top of the pass, which was the hardest part of this whole drive, hopefully.
We haven't done it yet, but...
We're also driving right by the Black Canyon of the Gunnison National Park, and we hope to take a little detour and check it out. Well, we will admit that sometimes lack of research is not a good thing. And
do you remember earlier when I said that we only had 2-wheel drive because the all-wheel drive wasn't working in this car?
Oh my God, we're gonna get stuck.
So we're just trying not to get stuck right now.
Why did you have to come up here? I told him to turn around.
It's a little snowy at the moment.
There's no winter maintenance on this road to the north rim. And now we're on a hill, sliding back down the hill. This... How are those tires working out for you?
These tires suck.
It's just sliding.
All right, try it again. All right, hold on. Car mats to the rescue. So when we were sliding, we were able to get these underneath the front tires. And we eventually backed down the rest of this. And now we only have dirt. The lesson here is that, well, there's a lot of lessons.
When Callie says stop, what do we do?
Callie knew for sure not to do it. I'm like, no, we got that. 2-wheel drive sucks.
We also have bald tires.
And the tires suck. But we did learn a couple things. So we met up with these people that were coming down the road, and they said that this is actually closed. In another 3 miles, there's a gate. You can't go any further. However, they didn't tell us that 11 miles ago. Also, there's a south side that we were going to try to hit, and that may be closed as well. So onward to the airport, which is just up the road a little ways.
In typical Tyson fashion, we have gone through the town of Crawford. We did not stop at all, even though that is our destination of this day trip. And now we're just magically supposed to appear at this airport, even though he has no idea where it is or where we're going.
It's supposed to be after the town somewhere. And to my defense, the town literally took like 3 seconds to drive through. It was a hardware store / laundromat / a place you could take showers, all in one building. And I think that was about all town was. The airport should be out here somewhere. I mean, how are you going to miss it? It's a big airport. It's actually not that big, a 4,900 foot runway. It's out here somewhere. I imagine it's got to be flat, so I'm just looking for a flat piece of ground. And what do you know?
Okay. There is an airport sign.
There's an actual sign.
And it's called Sturgeon Lane.
for sale. We'll take it. Actually, I know what house it is. It's $1.5 million. We're not going to buy it. We are at our destination. Surprisingly, we've made it. Now, we have switched our mode of transportation, and we're walking because we wanted to get Hank out, and it's not very big. So we're just going to kind of cruise around and check out some of these places. This is the one that's for sale. Look, they left the gate open for us. But like I said, it's $1.5 million. We would have to sell the Volvo in order to come up with a down payment, and that's not something I'm willing to do right now. We're gonna get the all-wheel drive fixed. I've tried to fix it a couple times, and what I'm replacing on it are junkyard parts, and those aren't working either. So I may have to go brand new. We'll see. Callie says it smells like a skunk. Callie has found the one she likes. Again, it's not for sale, but this is what we figure is that there's a lot here on the other end that we'll walk by, and nothing's built on it, and I don't know why. It's just an empty lot. We looked it up on the assessor's website, so maybe we can get a hold of someone. But the second thing is, all of these people here, the average age has got to be about 81 years old.
It's not really nice to talk about, though.
No, but they're older folks, so how much longer will they be around?
That's not nice.
I mean, it's just a fact of life. So maybe we can move into something here. You mean, cross your fingers, someone's gonna die.
No. Oh my God.
We're at the other end of the runway now, and this is the piece of property that has not been claimed. I say that like no one owns it and it's for sale, but it's not the case at all. But no one's built on it yet. And the neighbors next to you look like they have an awesome house. And what's cooler is an even bigger and better hangar. And the neighbors on this side have a really cool hangar house. We'd fit right in here. I will say that I think we have found our people here. We stopped and talked to a couple. They were very nice. Had a really nice carbon cub sitting in their hangar with their living quarters attached to it. Kind of living our life. We just need to get to that point.
We haven't seen very many motorcycles is the only thing.
Not a lot of motorcycles out here. Lots of airplanes though. Well, we ended up talking to a couple people that live on the field there, and kind of as is the case for what seems like most of North America right now, a lot of lots and houses have recently sold there.
Yeah.
They said kind of in the last 2 years things have been selling, where before that they would sit on the market for years and nothing would happen. All of a sudden they started selling. Not a big surprise, but we're a little late to that party. Here's the other thing. Callie and I are wondering, we really like where we live right now, but we are having a very difficult time to nearly impossible time trying to figure out about an airstrip in the valley that we're in. Well, this is a neat area, but we're trying to decide if we literally move somewhere else that's maybe less than ideal just to live with our airplane that we actually don't own yet. So that's kind of the question, is like, well, do we really? Is that really that important that we maybe live in an area that we're not super fond of or not our top choice,
right,
just to live with the plane? So that's kind of something that we need to figure out.
The other option would be building a really cool shop house, because that's ultimately what we want, where we live right now, in the town we live in, but then having a hangar at the airport, so we'd have to drive 10 minutes or whatever.
I mean, right now we only live a minute and a half from the airport. It's not super far, but a lot of choices, lots of decisions. And then here's the other thing: we only live in Colorado. I mean, we have 8 months off, but out of those 8 months, we're only here for 2 to 3.
Yeah. Because
we're around traveling the rest of the time. So, in all reality, we spend the most amount of time in Minnesota for 4 months.
And we have the least amount of stuff there. And
we already have a private airstrip with a hangar. So, anyways.
The other problem is we don't have millions of dollars.
If we had millions of dollars, this would be way easier. We could just do whatever we want. So we've got about 3 hours to drive back home.
Sorry that we didn't get to show you the beautiful Black Canyon of the Gunnison National Park. That would have made
that would have been pretty sweet.
Pretty cool. But.
And we're going to end the vlog here, unless I decide to try to drive up another icy road that I know that we're not going to make it, then we're going to include that at the end. But if nothing else happens, this is the end. We're calling it quits.
Thanks for watching. Hope you guys enjoyed this type of video. It's a little bit different than what we're used to, but we're just trying to bring you into our personal lives a little bit more. So welcome.
And remember, fly low and fly fast. Unless you're driving a Volvo. Then just hope you have all-wheel drive. Take chances. Don't wear your seatbelt.